آموزش سریع مکالمه انگلیسی. روز 19 درس 19.
Listen to this conversation. A Mexican woman is in a restaurant with her husband. She is speaking with the waiter.
یه خانم مکزیکی با شوهرش در رستوران و داره با گارسون حرف میزنه.
Listen. Good evening. Would you like to have something to eat?
No, thank you, not now.
Well then, would you like to have something to drink?
Yes, please. What do you have?
You can have wine, beer.
Marcos, would you like to have some wine?
No, not wine. Some beer. I'd like a beer.
No wine, thanks. My husband would like to have a beer.
Fine. And for you, ma'am?
I'm going to have some coffee.
Okay then, 1 coffee and 1 beer. Good evening.
یعنی شب بخیر. معمولاً برای سلام در شبه.
Listen again. Good evening. Would you like to have something to eat?
No, thank you, not now.
Well then, would you like to have something to drink?
Yes, please. What do you have?
You can have wine, beer.
Marcos, would you like to have some wine?
No, not wine. Some beer. I'd like a beer.
No wine, thanks. My husband would like to have a beer.
Fine. And for you, ma'am?
I'm going to have some coffee.
Okay then, 1 coffee and 1 beer.
سریع.
Fast.
بهش بگید که انگلیسی خیلی سریع حرف میزنه.
You speak English very fast. You speak English very fast.
شوهرتون هم تون حرف میزنه؟
Does your husband speak fast too? Does. Does your husband? Does your husband speak fast too?
آره، زیادی تند.
Yes, too fast.
ولی شوهرم اینجا نیست.
But my husband isn't here. Isn't. But my husband isn't here.
یادتون هست چطوری میگفتید زیادی گرونه؟
It's too expensive.
50 دلار.
$50.
60 دلار.
$60.
45 دلار.
$45.
61 دلار.
$61.
56 دلار.
$56.
21.
21.
68. اون زیادی گرونه.
$68? That's too expensive.
به دلار زیادی گرونه.
In dollars, it's too expensive.
اینجا گرونتره.
Here, it's more expensive. More expensive.
خیال دارم 53 دلار بهت بدم.
I'm going to give you $53. I'm going to give you $53.
اون کافی نیست.
That's not enough. That's not enough money.
اون کیه؟
Who's that? Who's that?
اون شوهرمه.
That's my husband. That's my husband.
از یه نفر بپرسید ببینید خانومش کجاست.
Where's your wife? Where's your wife?
خانومم؟ نمیدونم.
My wife? I don't know. My wife? I don't know.
از خانومه بپرسید ببینید شوهرش کجاست.
Where's your husband?
شوهرم اینجا نیست.
My husband isn't here. My husband isn't here.
شوهرم اونجاست.
My husband is over there.
او اونجاست.
Listen and repeat.
He is over there. He. He. He is. He is over there.
شوهرم او اونجاست.
My husband? He is over there. He's over there. He's.
او اونجاست.
He's over there. He's. He's. He's over there.
او هست.
He's. He is. He's. He's. He is. He's.
او هست در مورد یه زن.
She's. She is. She's. She's. She is. She's.
خانمم اونجاست.
My wife? She's over there. She's over there.
آیا اونجاست؟
Is she over there? Is she? Is she? Is she over there?
اونجا نیست، اینجاست.
She's not over there. She's here. She's not over there. She's here.
ببینید شوهرش چی میل داره بنوشه.
would your husband like to drink?
چی میل داره بنوشه؟
What would he like to drink? What would he like to drink?
من میل دارم.
I'd like.
او کمی قهوه میل داره.
He'd like some coffee. He would like. He'd like. He'd like some coffee.
یا آب.
Or water. Or water.
او کمی قهوه میل داره.
He'd like some coffee. He'd like.
او کمی آب میل داره در مورد یه زن.
She'd like some water. She'd. She'd like. She'd like. She'd like some water.
در هتلین یه نفر در اتاقتون رو میزنه. این میشه بفرمایید تو یا بیاید تو.
Listen and repeat.
Come in. Come in. Come in.
بفرمایید تو.
Come in.
یه نفر برای اولین بار به شما معرفی میشه. این میشه از ملاقاتتون خوشبختم.
Listen and repeat.
Pleased to meet you. Meet. Meet. To meet you. Pleased. Pleased. Pleased to meet you.
از ملاقاتتون خوشبختم.
Pleased to meet you.
لطفاً بفرمایید تو.
Please come in. Come in, please.
از ملاقاتتون خوشبختم.
Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you.
ببینید چی میل داره بنوشه.
What would you like to drink?
بیا تو.
Come in.
از ملاقاتتون خوشبختم.
Pleased to meet you.
بپرسید خانمتون چطور؟ عملاً و خانمتون؟
And your wife?
او چی میل داره بنوشه؟
What would she like to drink? What would she like to drink?
بگید من روزا مونترو هم.
I'm Rosa Montero. I'm Rosa Montero.
از ملاقاتتون خوشبختم.
Pleased to meet you.
جواب آقای.
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Montero.
عنوان یه خانم متأهل.
Mrs. 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 Montero.
عنوان یه مرد.
Mr. Mr.
سلام آقای جانسون.
Hello, Mr. Johnson.
به خانمش سلام کنید.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson. Hello, Mrs. Johnson.
کجا زندگی میکنید؟
Listen and repeat.
Where do you live? Live. Live. You live. You live. Where do you live? Where do you live?
بگید زندگی کردن.
Live.
شما زندگی میکنید.
You live.
من زندگی میکنم.
I live. I live.
با عنوان دختر خانم بگید از ملاقاتتون خوشوقتم خانم جانسون.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson. Pleased to meet you, Miss Johnson.
لطفاً بفرمایید تو.
Please come in. Come in, please.
کجا زندگی میکنید؟
Where do you live?
در گوادالاهارا که یه شهری در مکزیکه. گوش و تکرار.
In Guadalajara. In Guadalajara. I live in Guadalajara.
در گوادالاهارا زندگی میکنم.
I live in Guadalajara.
ببینید اینجا زندگی میکنه؟
Do you live here?
بله، در خیابان پارک.
Yes, on Park Avenue.
به این سوال جواب کوتاه مثبت بدید. این سوالی که من الان میکنم. Does he live here?
Yes, he does.
ما اینجا زندگی میکنیم.
Listen and repeat.
We live here. We. We. We live. We live here. We live here.
ما اینجا زندگی میکنیم.
We live here.
ما در گوادالاهارا زندگی میکنیم.
We live in Guadalajara.
ما میل داریم یه چیزی بنوشیم.
We'd like to have something to drink. We would like. We'd like. We'd like. We'd like to have something to drink.
ببینید چی میل دارن بنوشن.
What would you like to drink?
ما یک کمی قهوه میل داریم.
We'd like some coffee.
خانمتونم قهوه میخواد؟
Does your wife want coffee too? Does your wife want coffee too?
جواب کوتاه مثبت بدید.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
میگه من و شوهرم. در انگلیسی من همیشه بعد میاد، یعنی میگن شوهرم و من.
My husband and I. My husband and I.
ما یک کمی آب میل داریم.
We'd like some water. My husband and I would like some water. My husband and I would like some water.
او کمی آب میل داره در مورد زنش.
She'd like some water. She'd like some water.
ولی او کمی قهوه میل داره در مورد شوهرش.
But he'd like some coffee. But he'd like some coffee.
نه، ما کمی شراب میل داریم.
No, we'd like some wine. No, we'd like some wine.
اینجا شراب گرونتره.
Here, wine is more expensive.
روزا مانترو و شوهرش در هتل در آمریکان. امروز منتظر نماینده یه شرکتن. شوهره رفته بیرون یه چیزی بخره. در اتاق هتل رو میزنن. بگید بفرمایید تو.
Come in. Come in, please.
نقش روزا با شماست. هر چی آقای میگه جواب بدید.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
I'm Charles Johnson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Johnson.
من روزا مانترو ام.
I'm Rosa Montero.
خانم مانترو، شوهرتون اینجاست؟
Mrs. Montero, is your husband here?
نه، اینجا نیست، فشرده.
Isn't.
No, he isn't here. I'm sorry, he isn't here.
فرض کنید که در گوادالاجارا زندگی میکنید. بر این اساس جوابشو بدید.
Where do you live in Mexico? Where do you live?
We live in Guadalajara.
بپرسین شما چطور آقا؟ شما کجا زندگی میکنین؟
And you, sir? Where do you live?
I live here in New York.
در همین لحظه در اتاق میزنن. آقای میپرسه اون کیه؟ بگید.
Who's that? Who's that?
روزا در وا میکنه و شوهرش پدرو میاد تو. بگید پدرو آقای جانسون اینجاست.
Pedro, Mr. Johnson is here. Pedro, Mr. Johnson is here.
آقای جانسون شوهرم پدرو.
Mr. Johnson, my husband, Pedro. Mr. Johnson, my husband, Pedro.
آقای جانسون و پدرو به هم چی میگن؟
Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you.
پایان درس 19.